I thought that when I went to college, I wanted to be this Southern, like C1 Visco filter, Instagram famous, taking pictures with friends that like weren't even real. So I was like creating this image and trying to be somebody who was just not authentic to my real interests.
I don't really have that many online friends. Like, it's a lot harder to put myself out there online than it is in person.
Today, we're talking about the loneliness epidemic, which is hitting younger people in startling numbers. These young people are gravitating to social media for companionships. And here are some troubling statistics. In a 2020 survey on loneliness, it was found that an increasing correlation existed between social media usage and the feelings of loneliness. 71% of people reported feelings of loneliness, up from 53% in 2019. Another study found that young people express a statistically significant greater degree of loneliness after conversations on the internet. Now, let me ask you guys in the audience, raise your hand if, in the last couple of years, have you spent more time relationship-wise on the internet than you did before? Raise your hand. Yeah, okay, so quite a few of you. How do you feel about using the internet versus being in the real world? Has it helped or has it hurt? Way in the back.
I feel personally that it's hurt us. And the reason why is because I'm older, I'm 54. But what I found was the darker things got for me, the less I would hear from my supposed friends on Facebook and things like that. I've since, in the past year and a half, I've cut out all my social media except for Instagram. And I've got to tell you, I do not feel that loneliness anymore. But those moments where you feel like you're talking online and then you get off and you feel lonelier, it's because it isn't a real relationship.
How many people agree with him that it's not a real relationship when you really think about it? It's just somebody, yeah. That in the moment you're engaged, but it's not, you don't really know that person.
I would agree and disagree. I think it's a double-edged sword. I think, like, I started on TikTok posting. I think it takes vulnerability to connect with other humans, and I think social media allows a platform to share your truth, share what you're going through, because at the end of the day, like, we're all human. We're all experiencing loneliness. It's a human emotion, and I think that social media allows a space for you to feel like you're not alone, and I think that if you can... So I think there's a beauty in that, in expressing what you're going through, and people can relate and they feel less alone. But I also agree that a lot of times, you know, you're scrolling on your phone all day, comparing your life to other people's, feeling like you're connected to these strangers you don't know. You turn it off, and then you're on your couch in your house alone. So I think how would you
do this hierarchically? Would you put real world relationships in terms of quality, texture, realness ahead of online relationships?
100%. Like, I think it's not comparable, but I think that...
Okay, because to me, online relationships are less demanding, right?
Yes.
You can have your fuzzy house shoes on and talk to somebody. Whereas if you meet somebody for dinner, you've got to get dressed and go out, and it demands more, right?
Yeah. Having one or two genuine friends is more important than having 100,000 followers.
Oh, I agree.
I feel like we're like denigrating social media, and I do understand, I do think up till this point, it's been insanely dangerous, but I also think it's ubiquitous and not going anywhere, so I think we do have to decide to use it as a tool.
It's not social media that is denigrating, it's how we use it.
Yeah.
Totally.
It's a great tool. It's just like the internet's a great tool if you use it right, but if you're a predator grooming someone to abuse them, then that's a misuse, not a use.
Absolutely.
It's how you use it, not the tool itself. Do you have a story or a question for me? Click the link in the description and tell me what in the world is going on.